students, today we are going to explore the law of constant proportion. Can you see the man in this image? He is a French chemist, Sir Joseph Proust. Sir Joseph Proust actually gave the law of constant proportion. This law of constant proportion is a very fundamental principle in chemistry that helps us to understand the composition of chemical compounds. It is also known with the name of law of definite proportion. Actually, the word constant and the word definite are synonyms of each other. It is also known as the law of constant composition because it helps us to understand the composition of chemical compounds. It states that every pure compound always contains the same elements combined in the same proportion by mass. We know the chemical compounds, or you can say pure compounds, are formed by the combination of specific elements. If elements are changed, then the compound is also changed. For example, carbon and oxygen are there. So, they can form carbon dioxide or carbon monoxide. Carbon and oxygen will form carbon dioxide or carbon monoxide. This thing will depend on the proportion. If carbon and oxygen are forming carbon dioxide, means it will contain one carbon and two oxygen. Similarly, if carbon and oxygen are reacting to form carbon monoxide, it means this compound will have one carbon and one oxygen. Suppose if I change the elements, if I take hydrogen and oxygen, the elements are changed. Now carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide will not form. Another compound will form. It will form either water or hydrogen peroxide. Water will be formed or hydrogen peroxide will be formed. It will depend on the ratio. If water is formed, it will have 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen. Similarly, if hydrogen peroxide is formed, it will have 2 hydrogen and 2 oxygen. I hope the statement is now very clear to you. So, every pure compound always contains the same elements. Just now we have seen if elements are changed, then the formed compound is also changed, combined in the same proportion by mass. Because if the proportion is changed, another compound is formed. It means that the chemical composition of a compound is definite. You might have noticed that when you mix different substances, they always combine in a specific ratio. This is because elements always combine in whole number ratios to form compound. If I give you examples, Na2CO3, you can observe that there are 2 sodium, 1 carbon and 3 oxygen, means whole number ratio. Now, let's take an example. No matter from where, irrespective of the place, you are taking the water sample to study. It can be from India, it can be from USA, it can be from Europe or any other place. The formula will always be H2O. Similarly, no matter from which source you are going to take your sample for study, it can be a river, it can be well, it can be spring, it can be pond. Or irrespective of your method of collection, you can collect it either from natural sources or you can prepare in laboratory by chemical methods. But in each and every case, the formula of the water will always be H2O. 2 hydrogen atom per molecule and 1 oxygen atom per water molecule. If I try to find the ratio by mass, so the atomic mass of hydrogen is 1. So 2 ratio, the atomic mass of oxygen is 16. If we cancel it by 2, we will get 1:8. So the ratio by mass in the case of water will always be 1:8. Now let us take another example. This is the example of carbon dioxide. No matter from where you are going to prepare your carbon dioxide, it will have same mass ratio. You can prepare carbon dioxide by various methods. By burning coal or coke. Coal or coke means pure carbon. In excess of air, you can burn it in excess of air, means there will be plenty of oxygen, or you can take pure oxygen also. So the result will be carbon dioxide. Similarly, you can prepare carbon dioxide by heating limestone. The formula of limestone is CaCO3, which is known with the name of calcium carbonate. If you heat calcium carbonate, you will get calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. So from this reaction also you can prepare this carbon dioxide. You can also prepare carbon dioxide by treating washing soda, that is sodium bicarbonate, with dilute hydrochloric acid, that is HCl. So this is Na2CO3, which is a base. It is being treated with hydrochloric acid, that is acid. The reaction between base and acid is acidic base reaction, or you can say neutralization reaction. They react to form twice of NaCl. To balance the reaction, you can take 2 molecules of HCl plus H2CO3. Now you will wonder how we will get CO2 from here. Actually, this formed product H2CO3 is very unstable. As soon as it is formed, it breaks into H2O and CO2. From this point, you can collect CO2. In all the cases, carbon dioxide is composed of the elements carbon and oxygen, which are present in the ratio of 12:32 or 3:8 by mass. I show you the atomic mass of carbon is 12, the atomic mass of oxygen is 16, and here 2 atoms of oxygen are written, therefore it will be 32. If you cancel it by 4, you will get 3:8. So in conclusion, the law of constant proportion is a fundamental principle in chemistry that helps us to understand the composition of chemical compounds. It states that elements always combine in whole number ratios, as we have seen in the above examples, to form compounds. We have seen the formation of water, that is H2O, carbon dioxide, that is CO2, and this ratio is constant regardless of the source. We have seen different methods of preparation or method of collection. Either we are collecting it from natural source or we are going to prepare it in our chemistry labs.